look!
It's evolving!
Alright guys, my name is Cirias, welcome back to another video. I wanted to start this one off by just thanking you all for getting this channel to over 100 subscribers. As of this moment we're at about 130 subscribers, which is amazing. But today we are going to be looking at a game called the Terror of Hemasaurus. If you are a 90s kid, you will probably remember the Rampage games on Sega and the kind of arcade games that followed and various different sequels. This is a game inspired by those. It's like a homage really. And this video is going to be a little bit different because there's going to be 3 people playing this game at once. So I wanted to show you this game in multiplayer because that's really where it shines. And to be honest, when I was a kid, that's what we used to do. We used to get all my mates round and we used to sit there on the Sega and play it 3 or 4 players. So let's dive into this video and take a look. Now, as you can see, this is the character selection screen. We've got Hemasaurus himself, which is the green character. Then we've got Autonomous Hemasaurus, which is like a play on Mechagodzilla. And then my favourite character, Salamandra, which I'll be playing as. And then we've got Clock Sloth, which has like some time kind of warping abilities. A bit more of an unusual character. So we're playing on endless mode, and this mode dips you into the game straight into a level. So the objective of these sort of games is you basically are let loose in a city and you've got to rampage around and climb up buildings, smash windows, grab people out of the windows and basically cause as much devastation as you can. And you get some special abilities to help you with that. Each character in this game has its own unique ability. The Hemasaurus character, who we're not showing in this one, has like a shaking ability. He can like roar and shatter buildings. Clock Sloth has the ability to freeze time and warp time and sends out like a shockwave when he does that. The Salamandra character can breathe fire, and that is my personal favourite ability. And Autonomous Hemasaurus has like a gigantic rocket that he can shoot out, and it just causes absolute chaos and devastation. And as you can see, you can jump up buildings, you can grab onto helicopters, you can kick vehicles and they can smash into buildings. You do have health bars, so you've got to basically eat people as you go to maintain your health. And if I'm being honest, that is one of the kind of big challenges of this game. And you can see like you can climb right to the very top of these buildings, and that allows you to get up high where the helicopters are. And the police and stuff will shoot at you, so you can kind of see the yellow bullets when they come towards you, and that's what causes you to lose your health. And the buildings in this game are kind of like building block design, so as you knock out different parts of the building and go up the side smashing it with your fist, you will knock out part of the building and then they collapse onto themselves. Very, very cool. I absolutely love the chaos and destruction. And we finished that first level with about 79% destruction, which is not too bad at all. And then you can see the amount of financial damage that you caused. So in the interest of variety, we are going to select some different characters and we'll show you other abilities that you can get. And for this one, what I'm going to do is turn the screen shake off on this, so you can kind of see how it looks without the screen going chaotic and shaking around. And I just did this purely because I was interested in how it changes the feel of the game. For our characters here, we are all actually going to pick Salamandra, just to show you the different colours that you can get and the variations in skins, and also because Salamandra is the coolest character. So we're in San Diego, California, threat level 1, and when you first go into endless mode, you will always start on threat level 1, and it just means that you'll get some police and some threats attacking you, but generally speaking it's quite an easy level. And as you can see here, with 3 Salamandras, it does get quite crazy, with fire breath shooting around everywhere. I do like the skin variations as well, the 3 different colours that you can get. I'm trying to think back to my days of playing Rampage on the Sega. I don't remember if you could actually choose the same character as each other on that game. I think you had to choose different characters, but I could be wrong on that. And on this level, you can see the Zeppelins in the sky, the kind of blimps, which are very cool to take down, and they all crash down to the ground and basically cause massive fireballs and destruction. And I really like the style of this game. It's very kind of like cutesy, but obviously the stuff on the screen is just like absolutely crazy and horrific. So the contrast of that is pretty fun. And I don't really know many games where you can walk around a city as a gigantic monster kaiju thing and just cause complete devastation. And you can see in this level we're doing really well. All of our health is absolutely full and nothing really stands a chance against us. But as you see, as we're trying to exit the stage here, we only have 56% destruction, and we need to get a minimum of 75% to actually finish the level. So you do have to be quite thorough as you go through and make sure you destroy enough stuff. Now, this might just be me with rose-tinted glasses, but I feel like when I used to play Rampage, getting the percentage of destruction felt a bit more fluid, I would say. And on this game, you have to kind of think about it a bit more. And I feel that way with eating people to maintain your health. It feels a bit more of a task and kind of less organic in the gameplay. I don't know what it is about the old Rampage games, but I feel like you would just naturally grab people and stuff as part of the game. And perhaps it was just the time I was playing at or something. I mean, I was a kid when I last played those games. So yeah, it could be due to that. Okay, we have finished that level successfully with 83% destruction. Only took us just under 5 minutes. 32 million financial damage. I'd actually expect that financial damage to be a lot higher for a city of that size, but hey. So we're just backing out, and now we're going to choose completely different characters again. So we're going to go with Hemasaurus, and we're going to pick Autonomous Hemasaurus and the red version of Hemasaurus as well. And this time we are in Carlsbad, California. I've never heard of that city before, actually. Drop a comment below if you live in Carlsbad or if you've been to Carlsbad. It sounds like somewhere in Scandinavia, but I know American cities do kind of take names from around the world, so yeah, wonder where that is. I need to have a look on the map. Hemasaurus' ability is basically he shouts or roars and causes a massive shockwave, but it's really good. If you climb to the top of buildings and then roar, it actually destabilizes the whole building pretty well. And you can see there Autonomous Hemasaurus in the pink firing off a rocket, but it actually went straight up into the sky. So you do actually have to aim those rockets just a little bit. For me, Autonomous Hemasaurus has a really good ability, but you can't use it that often. It's powerful if aimed correctly, but it's kind of like a one and done. What I really like about the Salamandra character with the fire beam is that you can continuously use that throughout the level, as long as you keep your purple bar high. And Hemasaurus has a decent ability as well. Similar thing, you can kind of use that quite a lot. The longer you hold it down, the more chaos it causes. But the core of the gameplay is not in your special abilities, it's in the beat-to-beat gameplay. And you've got to make sure you're kicking vehicles around, picking up civilians, taking out gunmen and soldiers before they can really do some damage. And, you know, with more players, it actually becomes more enjoyable and a little bit easier. In single player mode, it's just you having to destroy the buildings, and that's where I kind of felt this game becomes a bit chore-like, where you're having to go up every single building yourself individually, punching out the windows, waiting for your special to charge up. Whereas with 3 people, you have that luxury to just kind of do what you want while everyone else causes destruction as well. And in these clips, the red Hemasaurus is actually looking after this citizen, and I've accidentally just punched that civilian out of his hand. I'm sorry, red Hemasaurus. Didn't mean to do that. But yeah, you can grab little people and kind of hang on to them if you want to, but just be aware, if something flies your direction, a car flies into you for instance, that person is going to go bye-bye. And it's really fun to grab the helicopters and fly around on them and kind of roar them away. I like the kind of vehicle systems, it's quite easy to like get around the map and get airborne. And we've finished that map with 90% destruction. 90.5%, yeah, that's decent. $39 million destruction financial damage. And that was a quick level completion as well. We did that one pretty fast. Now we're going to go with the same characters again, but we're going to go to a new level and just see what this level looks like. And the really nice thing about this game is the level design. I haven't played the game enough to kind of see duplicate cities popping up a lot, but I'm still waiting to see stuff like New York. You don't really get landmarks as such, so if you do go to a famous city, I don't think it will have landmarks. I seem to remember Rampage you did get that, but I think the levels were less kind of auto-generated. What I want to do is check out the story mode at some point, but for this video I'm just really focusing on multiplayer endless destruction mode. If you want to see me try out the story mode and tackle that, then let me know and I'll do a full video on that in future. In this game I really like the backgrounds actually. The backgrounds are always really charming, and you can see the really cool kind of billboards showing up there. It's one about a Discord cult, eat sludge burgers, budget pet. There's some good stuff in the foreground and background to have a look at as you're destroying the city. And there's nothing else really quite like this out at the minute. And really the last thing I played in this kind of style was Rampage. In this level we are trying to get higher destruction than before, so trying to get 100% destruction, but as you can see it's actually quite tricky to do that. Got 93% as we near the end of this level, and we will just cut here while we go through the rest of the level and try to just get that full destruction. And here we go, we've actually attained 100% completion on screen. As we finish the level you can see it doesn't quite register that, a little bit of a glitch there I think. It's actually registering 99.8% destruction, so a little bit annoying, but nonetheless it said 100% on the screen, so that's what I'm going to go with. And I'm just going to cut away here to show you a little bit of my single player gameplay of this as well. Just to show you what it's like when you're playing solo. So it's good fun. As always with these sort of games, it's more fun played with friends, but it's actually pretty fun game still. You just got to make sure you get that destruction percentage up. You can see me kind of going back to buildings, making sure I knock them over before I proceed. So it does take a bit longer. You certainly won't get very fast completions, but still a lot of fun to be had really. I think if I was playing solo I would probably focus on the story mode. I think that's what the solo experience has been designed around. Still a fun game, but as always Rampage for me has always been a real multiplayer game, and I always enjoyed it best with my friends, and it was the kind of game you play a couple of rounds of, then play something else for a bit and then maybe come back to again. So that brings us to the end of our gameplay, and just a shout out to the developer. I absolutely love this game, and I love the fact that they have brought back Rampage for a modern audience. This is as close and authentic as you can really get to the old Rampage games, so absolutely love them for doing that. Everything about the game is just really fun, really charming. The graphics are great, the music is great, sound effects. There are a couple of things that are a little bit glitchy, a couple of areas to improve on perhaps, but you know, for a kind of one and done game that's out there now, I really like this, and I always have it installed on my console. It's just one of those really fun arcade games that don't require a lot of thought, and you can just dip in and out of whenever you fancy a bit of destruction. And so that brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoy this video, please do click on the like button and consider subscribing. So thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye!